What's up everybody, Scott Gandhi here with the latest Xbox One patch notes news for all of you. First up, we're going to be talking about the brand new features that'll be hitting this patch. One of the most requested features on Xbox One SMITE has shockingly been Leagues. Where is Leagues? Well, ask no more. They will finally be hitting the Xbox One in this patch. Now, it's important to note that Leagues are only in Conquest and Joust, and you have to be level 30 and master 16 gods in order to queue in ranked. Summer of SMITE has also received an update as we have included all of the content that lives within side of this event. Keep in mind, if you buy every single thing, you get the new badass on her skin. You want it. With Xbox One esports growing at a rapid pace, we've decided that it is mandatory to have a pause feature inside of the game. So now that is a feature that you can find in practice modes as well as custom matches. It does not live in matchmaking. As we move forward with the Xbox One SMITE, we want our users to have the best experience possible, and so with that, we've decided to add a feature called auto aim on and off. Currently in the game, there's already a little bit of auto aim. Your aimer will just kind of slow down, so now you have the ability to turn that off. Another highly requested feature was actually the stats page. When we created the new menu store, we kind of forgot about the stats page and that it's really important for people. So when you open up the menu by hitting left on the D-pad, you can actually toggle on and off stats by hitting the start button. Next up on the agenda is the new arena map. It's finally hitting the Xbox One SMITE, and it's amazing. Basically, Arena, it's the exact same game mode, but with a graphical buff. The other thing you will notice is, well, the buff camps, well, they look a little bit different, but don't worry, they're dropping the exact same buff. RAVANA and Nox will also be making their debut on Xbox One SMITE. First up, let's talk about RAVANA. RAVANA is a warrior who's been receiving a lot of play in both the jungle and the solo lane. Just make sure, if you pick RAVANA, don't go into the duo lane. No one wants that. As for Nox, her new kit is extremely fun to play, and it actually feels really good on the Xbox One. So if you've never touched Nox or you're a Nox main, make sure you actually check out this new kit and be shocked because now she does way more damage and she's way more fun. The final thing we're going to touch on is the Conquest Split 3 changes. Now, a lot has changed, so just bear with me as I just throw a bunch of words at you. Mid-harpies will now be spawning at 10 seconds off the beginning of the game and rewarding a little bit less XP. Purple buff, as well as blue buff, have gotten reduced timers, so when you defeat these buff camps, they'll be coming up every 3 minutes after that instead of every 4. But don't worry, red buff as well as speed buff will be spawning every 4 minutes after you defeat this camp. Next thing on the list, this is huge by the way, absolutely huge. The Gold Fury now scales throughout the entire game. So at the beginning, it's worth a little bit less, but as it goes on, it's worth a little bit more. Make sure you know when to pick up the Gold Fury. Finally, we have a lot of new content coming out in this patch, but the most important one here is RetroCleese. We have reached 10 million players worldwide in SMITE, and because of that, we've decided to go all the way old school and bring back Retro Hercules. Now, in order to unlock this skin, you have to win 10 games in the month of August, and you will just be rewarded this. Now, they have to be player versus player games, so make sure you're in versus. But you get the voice pack, and it's Kevin SORBO doing it. Play 10 games and win them, or else. That's going to do it for the Xbox One patch notes. Thank you all very much for watching. For more on SMITE on the Xbox One, click on the annotations on the screen.